Утро, Россия. Goshka again. Hey. You grumpy cat. At least you're not sleeping today. At least you're not sleeping today. Huh? Come say hi. Good morning. Beautiful day. Boys haven't been out yet, so we'll let the chickens out. One already flew out through the hole. Everybody else is ready to go. Come on out. Ah, kind of works. And away they go.
And one.
Oh, there's some eggs. Hey, you almost done? I want to lay an egg too. Funny chickens.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not eating an egg, are you? Why don't you lay in this box? You can lay an egg in there.
No, there's already an egg in there. She doesn't want to lay in there.
Yeah. What are you waiting for?
She's probably waiting for that.
Oh, there's an egg. There's an egg. Getting lots of eggs. Lots and lots of eggs. So the weather changes around here pretty fast. Today it is cloudy. It's not as cold, but it's kind of cloudy and damp and just kind of bleh. We are going to do some rototilling in the garden. Everything's hooked up yesterday, then we ran out of time. The chickens are hatching. I'll show you that later in the incubator. There's 5 or 6 chicks already out of the almost 500 eggs I think there's in there. 498 or something like that. So those are hatching. Brooders, I picked them up last night. They're in the basement now. Get them ready. That's a temporary thing. Eventually we will have room in here for them, but obviously you can see there's no walls. It'll be a little cold for the chicks. So we're not going to do that right now. I'm going to fire this guy up. Make sure she runs good. We got her full of oil. We've got her all greased up. Everything should be ready to roll. The very first thing you should do every time you start your tractor is check the oil. To make sure that there's lots in there, which there is. That little exercise takes you like less than a minute, but can save you thousands and thousands of dollars. In case there's no oil, every morning check it. Also, it also helps you know how dirty the oil is, but just to check it to make sure there is oil in there, because if you don't, the engine obviously will not run without oil, and you will soon find yourself with a seized motor, which can cost a lot of money. Step 2, make sure your assistant is ready to go. Are you ready to go? Ordinarily, I would never advise this because it's dangerous to get out of the tractor with the power takeoff running. Okay, nobody's in there that can shut it off, so you need to be careful. But because this is the very first time it's running, I want to be out here and make sure that there's no strange noises coming from it. So everything sounds flawless and seamless. You can now see the power is coming out of the tractor and going into this gearbox. From there it's going down to the shaft in there. Okay, and everything sounds good, very good. Check for leaks, check for oil. Everything looks good, as far as I can tell. So now I will get back in the tractor. But I don't recommend that because what if I got my clothing stuck, got my legs stuck, got something, there's nobody here that can help you. So it's very dangerous, not recommended. All right, some adjustments to be made. So this is how it's now going. And that's what it looked like before. So it works. I still do not like the Belarus tractor gear thing. I still haven't figured it out to this day. Admittedly, I could put more hours into it and learn more. But I think it's just a complicated gear range. It doesn't seem to make any sense to me. So I need to go a little slower yet because it's going too fast, and I need to adjust these arms. These arms can move back and forth if you want them to, but these pieces can be tightened up to prevent it and to keep it straight. So you can see now PTO shaft's a bit off. When I was rototilling, it was actually pointing off quite a bit this way because there's so much play in there. So I'm going to go tighten those up to prevent them from moving, and then we will try again. I also need to find a slower range. But it's going a decent depth though. Obviously, some of this is loose soil on top. It's not going to be completely that deep, but I'd say probably a good 15, 20 centimeters at least. Worked pretty good, I think. I'm not a huge fan of the tractor still. It's just so different. It's not necessarily wrong. Again, like I said before, different doesn't mean bad. It's just different. For one, these controls up here is super annoying. Like, if you're running something up there, I think it would be great because then it's right here. And you're looking up there, it's gonna be great, right? But I'm working behind me, and so I can't reach. I'm looking out the back window, there's no way for me to reach these handles. And that's why normally they're here, and the grooves are here. So I think it's something that could probably be fixed. Maybe there's a conversion kit. This is typically where that would be. And so when I'm looking out the back window, I can easily handle the stick to raise and lower. So anyway, other than that, the power seems a bit lacking in the tractor. It's a big tiller, granted, but I had a big tiller in Canada as well. Maybe not quite as big, a little bit smaller, not much. But I could go through sod, unplowed ground with that tiller in Canada, and I can't here. It was stalling the tractor. And I cannot get a lower gear. There's high and low. There's 1 and 2 here, and so I'm in the 1 and in 1. And 1 and 1. I mean, it can't go any lower than 1 and 1. You got this here. This is turtle and hare, and I'm in turtle 1 1. So as far as I know, there is no slower gear, and I wouldn't mind going a bit slower, or having a tractor with more power. But anyway. Aside from all that, it works really good. Oh, and my partner fell asleep, as he always does. He's having just a lovely time. He does this a lot. He go to work with me because he doesn't want to miss nothing, and then he falls asleep. And to me, there's nothing greater than working with your kids. I absolutely love it. All right, so it is a little bit wet today, and that also could be why it's working harder. Typically, we don't like working this wet, but I wanted to get it done because we've got some sunshine coming up and I got a busy week coming up. So this will now get a chance to dry up out there, and we're going to clean this guy up, of course, again. This oil is coming out of here. We're going to check these nuts because it looks like maybe a little bit coming out of the seal. I don't know, but I think it's just weeping out of this hole. We were supposed to put 11 liters in. We put 10 liters in, so you'd think maybe a little bit more. I was told try 10, see how it goes, should be fine. So that's what I did, but it looks like it's splashing up out of this hole. This is actually a vent plug. There's a hole in it right there, and that's where it's coming out of. So if you're thinking, hey, it's all broken, no, I think it's normal, but it's just splashing up and out. Other than that, awesome. It worked really, really good. Very happy with it. So much faster than the little tractor, of course. Again, we're working with much bigger horsepower now. Sorry for the wind. So this is all done now. And I know it's snowing right now, but it will clear up. We've got, tomorrow's going to be cloudy yet, and then we've got 4 or 5 days of beautiful sunshine out here. So it'll dry it up. I'll take the harrows across. I might rototill it one more time. And then we're going to start putting strips of plastic in here and getting ready for veggies. Yes, yeah, lots of them are growing. So we've got a strip of these. These were gifted to us, weren't they? You got one here? No, yeah, the one there. I forget what these are. Do you remember? Anyway, we planted a row of these. I think there's 1 or 2 that didn't make it. This one here. Oh no, it will come. This one got run over last year, so it's just kind of laying here. But it is coming, so we'll try to prop them up straight. There's a row of them planted on here. I forget what bush it was. You don't remember, eh? Pretty sure they were gifted to us. Some kind of berry bushes of some kind that we're going to have along here. And then there'll be a fence here. This is going to be kind of our yard. Probably put a volleyball court in here in the sand. Anneesa figured, put some sand in here. We can play volleyball. Put a fence in here. We've got these berry bushes. And this will be gardens over here for food. And then the end of the fence there is going to move now because we have to move our laneway a little bit for the neighbor. Apparently we're getting a new neighbor and our laneway is on his property. Very good. Very good, very good. In the meantime, Wes got some steel on the root cellar, on the roof, so that's good too. And I'm conveniently done right now, and it's lunchtime, so I'm gonna go in and eat. We're going from one project to the next, and we're back into winter again. It's snowing. Getting the deck done. Gonna finish up these last boards on the back side of the house. Little drip edge, keep water away. Finishing it up here. Almost at the door. And it's snowing for some strange reason. But that's all right. Put you away in the house while we keep working. The beauty of working at home and living at home and having a farm is that you get to come inside for coffee time and spend time with your lovely family.
Some chicks.
We've also got some chicks. You want to show everybody these chicks?
Yeah.
There's lots of them in there.
And they're stuck in the...
They got all the little feathers on the glass now, eh? There is piles and piles of little chicks being born in here. Sorry for the bad lighting. That's a little better.
There's a light on, even that light on it.
Yeah, that light's terrible. This incubator, great, awesome. I like this incubator. The light is horrible. So when this batch is done, we're gonna see if we can get a better LED light in there. And with the light on or the light off, it doesn't really make much difference. So here, this is what it looks like inside.
It's on.
Lights on right now?
Yeah.
Lights off. Lights on, lights off. It's barely noticeable difference. So. Anyway, lots and lots of chicks. We've lost count. They started at 9 o'clock this morning, and it is now 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
There's more than 30 of them.
Oh, there's a whole slew of them down there now.
There's more than 30 of them.
They're trying to get out the door. 32 left.
Believe it or not, they can survive for 3 days in here without food or water. The nutrients, the last bits of nutrients from the egg before hatching, they absorb, and then they are good for up to 3 days. So in that time frame, they will hatch. So some of them hatch a little bit sooner, some of them a little bit later. After the 3 days, so basically from 9 o'clock this morning, we're going to kind of count 3 days, and then at that point we'll open the door. It is important not to open the door now. A crucial time as they are peeping, we call them. So you see that egg there, that one has got a crack in it. They're just starting to come out. So they do that themselves with their beak, and it's very, very important not to help them. You'll actually kill them. There's a very good chance you'll kill them by helping them. They need to come out on their own, and also don't yank them out because they have a little umbilical cord that's stuck absorbing the last bits of feed. And this is very, very important. So do not open the door. The other reason not to open the door is because the humidity level can be messed up. You open up the door, you'll drop the humidity and drop the temperature, and you will kill a lot of the chicks. This is a very crucial point. From day 19, basically, don't open the door until they're done. So on day 22-ish, we will open it up and we will take out all the chicks that hatched, move them to the brooders, and then any eggs that are left over will be thrown out. Hopefully we have a really high success rate. There's always some that don't hatch, so we'll see how that works. And if you're wondering, you're thinking about the 3 days again, it's the same thing with a mother chick. She will sit on her eggs, she will hatch them out, and a mother hen will sit on her eggs, and she'll start hatching them out, and you'll hear some peeping and she'll still be sitting, and that's because she's waiting for more eggs to hatch. Eventually there will be 3 days ish, whatever it is, and then she'll get up and walk away with those chicks, and the rest of the eggs are done.